Welcome to the Wonder Wagon Tales. The Forest Whispers. Emma, Leo, and Sam, three lifelong friends with a thirst for adventure, decided to set out on a camping trip into the mysterious depths of Pine Grove, a forest known for its thick mists and legends of echoes that weren't your own. Emma, the group's compass, was an expert navigator. Leo had unmatched skills in wilderness survival, and Sam was a keen-eyed photographer, always ready to capture the unexpected. The trio embarked at dawn, their backpacks heavy with essentials and their minds buzzing with excitement and a hint of trepidation. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the trees thickened and the light dimmed, painting their path with shadows and whispers of old forest lore. By late afternoon, they found an ideal camping spot near a secluded lake rumored to reflect not just the sky, but glimpses of otherworldly phenomena. The air was cool and the lake was eerily still as they set up their tents and prepared for the night. As Leo gathered wood for the fire, a sudden, sharp howl pierced the tranquility, sending shivers down their spines. It was too guttural to be human, yet too rhythmic to be an animal. Emma reassured them it might just be the wind funneling through the valley, and they tried to brush off the unease that settled heavily among them. The fire crackled to life, casting flickering shadows as night enveloped them. After a hearty meal, they huddled around the fire, the earlier howl a distant memory as they shared stories and jokes. But as the fire died down, so did their laughter, replaced by an unsettling silence and a thick fog that crept around their campsite. Suddenly, Sam, who had been tinkering with his camera, froze. "Did you guys hear that?" he whispered. From the darkness, a series of soft echoes returned, mimicking their earlier conversations almost perfectly but with a sinister twist. The friends looked at each other, hearts pounding, as the echoes grew louder, surrounding them in a cacophony of distorted laughter. Fueled by adrenaline, they decided to investigate, with Leo leading and a flashlight in hand. They traced the sounds to the edge of the lake, where the fog was thickest. There, they found nothing but their own reflections in the water, slightly blurred but eerily precise. Confused and unnerved, they hurried back to camp. No sooner had they zipped up their tents than a loud splash from the lake shattered the quiet. Sam, driven by a mix of fear and curiosity, unzipped his tent to take a peek. In his viewfinder, he captured a fleeting image of a shadowy figure disappearing into the lake's mist. That night, no one slept, and by the first light of dawn, they were ready to leave but felt compelled to find answers first. As dawn cast its first light through the mist, the friends agreed to spend a few more hours in the forest to uncover the mystery that had haunted their night. With the sunlight piercing through the trees, the atmosphere felt less menacing. Emma suggested they revisit the lake in daylight to investigate the area for any clues. As they approached the lake, the air still carried a faint echo, but now it was less chilling, mixed with the morning birdsong. At the water's edge, Leo, who had survival training, examined the ground and found unusual markings in the mud, part human, part something else. Could be a trick of the soil, he mused, but the uniformity of the impressions suggested otherwise. They followed the trail which led them around the lake to a hidden cove obscured by dense thicket. Inside the cove, they discovered an old, weather-beaten cabin, its presence unrecorded on any of their maps. The door was ajar, inviting them in. Inside, they found a small workshop filled with intricate, hand-carved wooden masks and several large, metallic resonators that were structured to carry sound across the lake. The mystery began to unravel. As they inspected the cabin, an elderly man emerged from the back room, startled by their presence. His name was Mr. Hawthorne, a reclusive artist and scientist who had lived in the forest for decades. He explained that the masks were part of his project to blend art with nature, and the resonators were his creation to study and amplify natural sounds for his experimental music compositions. The echoes they heard were part of an unintentional effect of his sound experiments, magnifying and distorting their own voices as they carried across the lake. The figure they saw was Mr. Hawthorne himself, wearing one of his masks during a nocturnal test of a new resonator setup, which he did not expect to be so frightening to passers-by. Mr. Hawthorne apologized for the scare and invited them to explore his creations more openly, showing them how he manipulated the resonators to capture and alter sounds of the forest. The friends were fascinated and relieved to learn the truth, and Sam took the opportunity to photograph Mr. Hawthorne and his intriguing masks, capturing a unique story. As they left Pine Grove later that day, Emma, Leo, and Sam felt a mix of relief and excitement. They had not only solved a forest mystery but also discovered an incredible story of creativity and isolation right in the heart of nature. The trip had indeed turned into an adventure, but one with a resolution that brought them not only closure but also a deep appreciation for the unknown wonders hidden in the wild.